So this video is going to cover what leg drive is, what we get out of doing leg drive, and how to actually perform leg drive. So why should we actually leg drive? Generally, it's going to improve the technique of your bench press, which can improve the efficiency of your bench press, which can add extra kilos to the bar. And then also there's a little bit of force generated from your legs, which can again add kilos to the bar. So what is leg drive? It is basically pushing or using your feet as an anchor point by basically pushing your feet into the floor, which the whole purpose is to push your shoulders into the bench. That is what the main thing that leg drive is. So you will see that when I am in this position, when I push my feet in the floor, I can push my upper back into the bench. So doing it in an extreme way, not that you would do this when you're benching, but just to get the concept across, to be able to do this. So sliding, that same thing that you're sliding down the bench, that's exactly what you're doing, but obviously you just stay in this position. The catch is though, when you leg drive, you just want to make sure that your butt is always in contact with the bench, because when you're driving like this, your bum's going to have one tendency to come off. Okay, we do not want that. We want to be butt planted. Now, what is the advantage of leg driving? You can probably see straight away that the position of my body changes. Alright? When I jam my upper back into the bench, you can see that it raises my torso closer to the bar. So if I've got the bar in my hand, my torso comes closer to the bar. You can see that it increases my arch. Alright? And then you can also see that it pulls my shoulder blades back without me pulling my shoulder blades back. Alright? But then on top of it, if I pull my shoulder blades back, I can get my shoulder blades back even further. Okay? With getting your body in that position with the larger arch, torso closer to the bar, and then, well, we'll just start with that first. It's bringing your body closer to the bar. You're decreasing the distance of your body to the bar, so therefore, when you bring that bar down to your chest, that is less range of motion that the bar has to travel. Therefore, it's going to make the lift easier. You are using less energy of bringing the bar from here, down to here, back up to here. So it decreases the range of motion. 2, can improve stability of your body position, create some stiffness. When you're pushing down the floor, somewhat anchors you both down to the floor and shoulders to the bench. So you're going to have less movements in your body. So, I mean, the primary thing is more for body positioning. But 2, some of the force that you're generating in your legs, if you're pushing down against the floor, where you're generating some amount of force from the muscles in your legs because these muscles are contracting. Okay? If you are pushing down into the floor, you may have remembered in school where they said for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction. So what they meant by that if you are pushing, this is not precise in the language, but just to make this easy to understand. If you're pushing with, say, 200 kilos of pressure in the floor, in theory, let's say if it was 100% comes back. You push 200 kilos down, you're going to get 200 kilos back pressing up against you, right? So what happens with leg drive? You are pushing your feet down to the floor, which is pushing your shoulders into the bench because you have a downward force going into the bench. You're going to get an upward reaction force coming back up, which will go through your arms into the bar, which can help propel the bar off your chest. So, as I am leg driving, well, not only am I doing the leg drive at the start here in my start position, but when the bar is on my chest, I'm going to reapply the leg drive or re-push my shoulders into the bench so I can get that extra little bit of force to propel the bar back off. You can probably see the muscles of my legs working. Okay, you see that I'm leg driving here, and watch as I press up. I'm re-pushing my legs. So when you are leg driving, I like to reapply my leg drive or re-push my shoulders into the bench between every rep, but I'm continuously doing it. So when I have the bar over me, so here I'm not really doing anything with my legs, it's when I take the bar off. I'm going to leg drive, but as I'm bringing the bar down, I'm continuously pushing down to the floor or pushing my upper back into the bench. Okay, I don't just do it here and then let go, because you can see that I lose the benefit, I lose the technique benefit of getting my torso in this position. Okay, so I'm going to continue leg driving all the way till the bar touches my chest, and then as I said, I'm going to reapply the leg drive as I press up. When I get to the top, I'm going to reapply the leg drive again. Alright, just to make sure that it is at maximum drive, because if we just make up arbitrary numbers, let's say we're leg driving at 100% from the top, I come down, reapply my leg drive, and I'm doing it even more, 102%. By the time the bar gets up to the top, I might lose some of that drive. I might not be pressing that as hard as I can. By the time I get to the bar to the top, maybe I'm down at like 98%, 97% leg drive. Especially as the reps go on, you're probably going to get fatigued. So when I get to the top, I want to reapply my leg drive, so I'm back at 100%. So always reset your leg drive for every rep. However, don't totally relax. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, send me a message, and that is it for today.